Welcome, welcome. Well, today I am going to be sharing with you my favorite products. Even though it's always fun to be experimenting, which I do quite a bit of that as well, it is always nice to have those products that you just can really count on and that you feel your best in. So I'm going to share with you the products that that make me feel that way. I do want to thank all of my subscribers for supporting my channel. I really, really appreciate that. And I also want to welcome you if you're new here today. I'm going to start with the Milani eyeshadow primer. And I have been using this one for years. And I can't say I've used a ton of other eyeshadow primers to compare it with because I just really like this one. So why stray? And the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today, and I know I've shown you guys so many different eye looks with this, but this is the You Can Be Luxury Gathering. And I got this off of Amazon and I absolutely love this one. I can get so many different eye looks from it because there's just so much versatility with this one. So today I am going to kind of do something a little bit on the steel grayish blue color. And some of these eyeshadows are starting to hit pan, but that's all right. Now I'm just going over with a light color just to create a little bit of a base. I always like to do that. And then I am going to go in with this one here and then start working towards this as far as deepening the transition shade. So and these are really, really easy to work with. They blend out really well. And I have been very, very lucky with some of the eyeshadow palettes that I have gotten from Amazon. They're very, very affordable. And I think that they are of really good quality. Now I'm going to keep the lid brighter. So I'm going to go in with this gold one right here. And I use my finger, and these are just beautiful foils. And again, I always like to keep my lid generally bright so that my eye looks more open. And now what I'm going to do is go in with this color right here on the outer half. And I would say outer, maybe even more like outer third, kind of right there. And then what I'm going to do is go in with this darker one. And here I'm just kind of tapping it kind of right there. And I'm not going up into the crease. I'm just keeping it right there. And that's been my little trick, is to keep the darkest kind of confined right there so that you're not then having to blend that much more of that dark into the crease. So there's that. Now I'm going to use the black here. And with this palette, you can go black, you could go, depending on what you want, you could use any of these for actually eyeliners. I kind of do about halfway and go into that darker area. And then I kind of do a little bit just straight up towards my eyebrow. And then that's kind of containing the eyeshadow, everything above that line. And then what I like to do is use my CoverGirl. This one's a dark brown. I can't find my blue one, but oh, here it is. Okay. And then this one is a blue. And so since I'm kind of going in that direction, I'm going to use this one. And I just go really close to the inner, sweep along here, and then just redefine that flick a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is go back in with a combination of this and a little bit darker, but keep it a little bit on the brighter side to kind of just redefine and blend that transition shade a little bit more. And you just make the little circles. That helps blend it on upward. And doing the windshield wiper kind of blends it just throughout the crease. So I kind of do a combination of both of those. And I've really tried to focus on blending a little bit more. Okay. So now I am going to go do the other eye, put on my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, I do, let me show you the eyelashes that I have been using lately. So I've been using the individual lashes. And the Ardell individuals, this one is a combo pack. And so you've got short ones, medium ones, and long ones. And then this one they're long, but they're like a little bit thicker cluster. So I've been using these as well. And I kind of use them interchangeably. Now, when I use a full strip, I really like these Kiss So Wispy ones. And they're really full and bouncy, and it's 01. But I am going to have all of these listed in the description box below. So I do now have affiliate links, which I'm really excited about. So if you want to use them, you can click on them and they'll go directly to the items that I recommend. And if you use those links within 24 hours of clicking on them, I will get a small percentage for that. So I want to thank you in advance for supporting my channel. Okay, so now, and also if you're interested in watching how I do my application for both, I have my Lash Game 1 and my Lash Game Part 2, where I do kind of show how I do it. It's just so much easier to go and do those off camera on a normal basis, but I did do videos to show you how I actually do apply them. So if you're interested, check those out. And so now for concealer, I have been testing out some really good concealers lately, and these are very, very affordable. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, the Wet n Wild Incognito, which I really like. Then we've got the NYX Bear With Me, which is new. And then we've got the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I really, really like this one as well. But I am going to go ahead and use this one today. This is the NYX Bear With Me. And this comes in a little bit of a pump like this. So what I'm going to do is just pump out a little bit and then just use my brush to go ahead and dab it right where I need it. Okay. I'm going to brighten up here, 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 and here. And then I'm just going to take a sponge and just blend it on in. And like I say, I have been really, really impressed with these. Okay. There we go. I've been testing out foundations all year, and there have been some that I do like. There have been some that I don't like, and I am going to be doing a foundation lineup for you guys. I have to say the ones that I, do like still can't beat out my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I love this, and I guess it's just, I love the way it applies, the way it lays on my skin. Okay, so I just pat this on. I did get this new e.l.f. Dual brush, which I really do like as well. But I guess my favorite way of putting on foundation is applying it with the brush and then going in with the sponge to kind of just make sure it's all really blended in. I can even do that with this one. And that way I'm just really making sure to get off any extra, if there's any like brush marks or anything like that. But this foundation is just so light, and it's just a really natural finish. It's not too matte. Now, there are the matte ones, and then there's dewy, and this one doesn't say matte or dewy. So I don't know if this is maybe the original formula or what, but my shade is cream beige, and it really does seem to be a good match. It matches with my neck, so I don't then have to carry the product on down my neck, which I really don't like doing that much. But unfortunately, if you're not matching, then you kind of have to. So, anyways, and then I am going to take my Bye Bye Pores. It's from It Cosmetics, Bye Bye Pores. And this one I really love. I mean, you get just such an airbrushed finish with this. This is one I keep repurchasing. I have been using other ones as well, but this one I would have to say is my favorite. And so now what I'll do is just tap away, just in case there was any settling, but I'm not seeing any. And then I just set my under eyes. Set the rest of my face. As for bronzers, I am going to show you a couple of new additions, but I am going to go back to what's been my favorite for a long, long time. But I had gotten this from Sephora. So this one is Captivate, and I have really been enjoying this one. Then there is a lighter one that, so you do have that option as well. And then there is my Milani bronzer, which I'm really, really liking. But I have had this one in my arsenal for quite a while, and I really love this. I know that I think they've changed up the formula or whatever, but this one is the sculpting bronzer, and I have really gotten a lot of use out of it. So I'm going to use that one today. And then as for blushes, I again, I've been experimenting with some different ones. I've got the Tarte Seduce, which is great. And this is a mini that I got on Sephora. And I think this is the way to go because it's going to take me forever to use this all up. And so I didn't really need a big one. So there's that one. This one I've really been enjoying as well. And this is the Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Blush. And I'm not one who really has gone with the cream and liquid blushes and concealers. I still kind of like my powders, but I tried this one and I actually really do like this one. And then I've got my Milani Luminoso, and this one again has been in my arsenal forever. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. And this one is more of a kind of a corally peachy color. But what is so nice about this blush is it just gives this really nice glow. So let me... Okay. And then for highlighter, I am going to be using this Wet n Wild. It's Precious Petals. And Wet n Wild and NYX has really been impressing me lately. I do have quite a bit of products from them. And I kind of noticed that when I was doing a declutter and kind of trying to see what I've got and what I want to get rid of and everything. And those seem to be, I do seem to have quite a bit of those. So, all right. And now what I'm going to do is take that foundation brush and just blend the edges a little bit. I always seem to get a little heavy-handed. And then I'm going to take the powder and just go over those edges as well. There we go. So one way I've been contouring my nose is I'll put a little bit of highlight right along there. And then right here on the widest part of my nose, I start in like this and just dab, you know, getting it there like that, and then kind of go up. And that way the most of the product is where I need it most, and then I'm carrying it on up. And I've kind of liked this technique because when you go boom, boom, and then you've got these really harsh lines, you're ending up blending a little bit more. This way, you're kind of putting most of the color where you need it and then blending outward, and then you don't have to spend as much time kind of making sure that you don't have these weird lines and stuff. So that's what I've been doing, and I kind of like that application. Now let's finish up with the under eyes, and let me go back to my deal here. And what I like to do is use, you know, a bronze kind of color here, and I might mix the metallic with a little bit like that. Okay. And I just kind of try and keep it more on the outer half, like that. And then I'll do the other side. been a while since I've done a makeup video, so thank you for bearing with me. I always have fun doing them, but I haven't been doing them lately. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is take my, this is NYX Professional, and this is Golden Bronze eyeliner. And what I'll do here is just put that kind of along the waterline. There we go. Okay. And I don't think I really need it, but sometimes I might take my flat brush that I did my eyeliner on the top that has a little bit more, or just a little bit of black eyeshadow on it, and then just kind of tap right in the corner if I feel I need a little bit more definition. All right, and now I am going to take my e.l.f. This is the little ultra mini type of a brow pencil, and just fill that in. There's another product, another e.l.f. Eyebrow pencil that's a little bit thicker, and it comes in a white pencil, and that one's good as well. I don't think this is exactly my right color. It does look like it's a little bit too brown, but I will go ahead and finish this. And knowing that the next time I buy one, I will make sure to get it darker. Now, another thing I absolutely love doing is, again, using my flat brush, is just filling it in this way as well. And that might darken it up just enough. And then I will use my NYX Control Freak and just comb them into place. I am not one who's too picky about my brows. So I really haven't experimented a lot with these. I think there was one that I did use that was a Profusion, I think it was. And it was actually a brow like this, but it was brown. And I didn't like it just because it seemed like it would be real easy, if you're not careful, to get it all over the place. And so I do like this because it is clear. Okay, and now for the lips. What I've been really enjoying is using my Maybelline Superstay. And this one is Seductress. And I like to start, I've kind of redid my lip process. So I like to start actually with this, and this is a long-lasting product. And then I let that dry. Oh, and while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to take my highlighter again and just put a little bit of highlight right here and right here. Right here. Right up here, just a touch, just a little touch. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and this Break the Ceiling, and I am absolutely loving these. I like these better than the skinnier pencils, because those you get a very defined line, and yes, you can blend it out and everything, but it's like it's more harsh. And one thing that I have noticed, I've never been one who really likes darker lip colors. It's just not my preference. And as I've gotten older, I really don't like them on me. I love the brick reds and things like that. But I put one on the other day and it was just like my lips look like little lines. So the nudes really do help kind of blur it a little bit so that your lips look a little bit bigger and without having to overline and all of that stuff. And like I say, I'm not one who really wears that dark of colors anyways. It's just not something that I'm very comfortable with. But these ink crayons are, I love them. They are so much easier. So I go ahead and line my lips. And I might overline, I might overline just a little bit, but I really don't do that too much. I'm probably the only one who really doesn't like that really big lip look. I mean, if they're natural, yes, they're beautiful, but like, I don't know. Okay, and then I just maybe add a little bit in. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a gradient because you've got the very light base that I put on first, then this. And you could just put then a clear gloss on it and it would be beautiful. But I am going to show you, this is my e.l.f. lip lacquer in Love Bites. And this has a very bronzy color. And I just kind of put that right there. There you go. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're getting value from my videos. It really does help my channel grow. And I hope you have a great day.